content creator Kimberly Lane Roberts. I am the founder of Performance Leadership International. I am dedicated to helping women entrepreneurs design a wealthy lifestyle, both inside and out, by incorporating wealth wisdom tools, tips, and resources that empower them personally and professionally. Every episode will feature myself along with a guest. And together we will share our personal journeys to a wealthy lifestyle on my globally recognized show, Wealth and Women with Kimberly. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wealth and Women with Kimberly. I'm content creator Kimberly Lane Roberts, and I'm here to share with you wonderful stories, tips, and insights from women entrepreneurs and how you can actually grow your and create and manifest anything you ever want to in any area of your life. Wealth in abundance is what it is all about, and wealth is joy. We have a wonderful, wonderful show today for you. Before we get into how to grow your influence with Joie Gharrity, I want to tell you a little bit about me. You can reach out and learn more about my services. I work with and support and actually serve women entrepreneurs and business owners who want to grow themselves and grow their business through my executive coaching and also through my peer advisory group that I run here in the Bay Area. So you could actually learn more about my services at my website, Performance Leadership International. Okay, let's get into the heat of the matter here with a great show. So before I introduce our guest, Joie Gharrity, let me tell you a little bit about her. Joie is actually founder of Joie Gharrity 113. She is a brand consultant, author, live stream content creator, podcaster, and an international speaker. And most importantly, she comes and has some experience, over 15 years of experience in that red carpet place we all call Hollywood and love, where she's been with top firms in television and film, and also in creating new content and also branded content. And she's leveraged that great history and skill sets to have her own show through the Superstar Women Network, which she has created. So without further ado, let's welcome up Joie. All right, Joie, where'd you go? There she is from the green room. Hello, hello.
Hi, Kimberly. Thank you
Hey
for having
there.
me on the
Good to see
show.
you. You've got a great color on. I love that pink.
Thank
That's my
you.
second favorite color next to orange. So great. As always on all of our shows, we begin the show with taking a deep dive into what our featured guest, Joie, feels about wealth in women. What is your journey about wealth in women?
Well, I believe that our influence is directly linked to our earning power, and both in our and then also our personal and our professional lives. So I'm all about growing your influence out there Monday through Friday, and I love using this tool, social media tool. Right? It's free, right? And but I sometimes I'll hear people say, but I don't really enjoy it. And what I want to say is I think it's the best game in town, right? Because I look at it like it's my local coffee shop. And every morning to be of service and get visible and grow my own influence is I get on social media and I go and chat and have coffee with others. That's the way I look at it.
I love the way you think. It's part of your morning routine, right? It's just what you do. It's how you serve. It's how you share. And
Mhm.
as a result, you influence. Talk a little bit about how you define influence.
Yeah, so I define influence as really just an extension of your essence, of your purpose, of your life purpose here on earth. I mean, some people think influence is about being on People Magazine, and God bless that too, if you're on People Magazine, right? But I believe that influence is really showing up and standing in your spotlight, sharing your gifts and talents, and opening doors for others to do the same.
I
Right?
think,
I've had
yes.
I've had influencers help me when things were, after my brother passed, I had an influencer say, "You know what? You've been in a rut. I know you've always wanted to direct a movie. I'll produce it. I'll use my influence to help you do that." And that was one of the greatest gifts someone could have done for me at the time. So he, just reached out and pulled me out of a really dark time in my life, and I'll always be grateful. But that's influence, sister, is sharing it with others.
Yeah, you cannot, ironically, you cannot be an influencer unless you include other people. So you have to be serving others, right? That's the key to it, right? You can't be an influencer by yourself.
You know,
Uh,
no eye behavior. Eye behavior, listen, eye behavior isn't gonna build empires, right? No director, movie director can make a movie by himself. That's impossible. Right? And so it really does take a team. And so having influence and then a support system and a community that you're supporting, because I have a quote, people support those that support them.
yes, yes, very well said. Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
I always like to, I think part of the show, I think it's important to kind of give a condensed kind of quick tip, if you will, reg-
Mhm.
regarding this whole influence we're talking about as for content creators. So your wealth in women tip share is your earning power is directly linked to your influence, which we're talking about here as content creators, finding your influence, creating a social share. You're suggesting here that they create like a weekly or monthly calendar of how they're going to influence on social media, right?
Yeah,
So,
it includes your past, your current, and what's coming down the road. Right? People will work and work and work and get something ready, right? In order to have a blockbuster movie, for instance, like, a couple that just came out this summer, right? They started talking about them last year, what
mm,
easily a year ago, right? And so I want people to do the same. I'm like, if you have a vision, you're going to be dropping something, let's say it's a book or a program or whatever, next year in 2024, talk about it now, right? And don't leave your past behind. Like, you don't want to be like you're from Mars and just drop down here, right? I have people say, yeah, but I used to be a nurse and now I'm this. I'm like, great. That means you're nurturing. That makes you an even better coach.
mm,
you know,
right,
like,
exactly.
don't leave your past behind. Like, bring it with you. Don't get caught up in it, but definitely bring it forward and show people that you have these tools because you've been gaining tools and momentum for the last couple years.
It's kind of like you're telling your story along the way by bringing your past into your present and talking about your future. But I never, honestly, I don't have a calendar, and you've just inspired me to look into that because I think you have a better plan because you're more organized and you start having consistent messages about whatever your themes are. So what would be your themes that you've got in your calendar?
Yeah, so Monday, I always share about the network, the Superstar Women Entrepreneurs Media Network, right? I also share a sneak peek of a show that's going to be coming down the road of someone that I'm going to be having on so I can spotlight them. I want to support other people, particularly women entrepreneurs. And then I might even do something motivational. Like, I love Oprah's quote of, like, if you're not ready to be talked about, then you're not ready for success, right? Then, like, Tuesday, I'll share about my membership program that I have. I'll also share about two of my books, one of the two of the books, and maybe a testimonial or in a blog, right? And people are like, "Oh, that's a lot of content." I'm like, "It's not,"
Mm-mm.
right? Because it's not all going out at once,
Right.
right? I'm drip campaigning it in different places in different ways. And then, like, Wednesday, I'll definitely is my show. So my show goes live on Wednesdays. But before that, I'll share like a quote or something from the guest or myself. And then as we roll into Fridays, I have something very unique that I do, and it's called it's called my weekly wrap up. And I literally do a play playbook of who I talked to, what's happened, where I was, how I've been influencing, who's been impacting me, and I'm tagging people, right? It is
Mm.
a lot of work. My Friday is a lot of work, but it's so worth it because I want to throw the spotlight back on others. And then I know the spotlight's gonna, and also too, I want to encourage people to, like, see what an entrepreneur's life is like. Right?
Right.
I want people to see, like, you know what? We're not just on the computer, like, we're networking, we're virtual calls, right? We're doing shows, you know?
No, you perfect lead in to my wealthy wisdom share here. Um, in order to influence, we kind of got on this, right? In order to influence, you cannot do this on your own. You can't be an island, right? So I have, but it's also finding what your voice is. Like your voice is on social media. You love that. I'll be honest, it's not my favorite thing. I'm getting better at it, but I don't feel like that's where my voice is. So I'm encouraging our watchers to find out what is your voice. It might not be social media, maybe it's singing, maybe it's public speaking, maybe it's blogging, maybe it's writing. For me, it's doing executive coaching, and then also I'm building this peer advisory group here in the Bay Area. That's how I serve, right? That's how I help people. That's how I influence people. And so I just really want to stress that it doesn't have to necessarily be social media. That can be your uh the platform to kind of maybe communicate, but you know, it's all about service, and you can influence people in other ways than just necessarily social media. But I don't want to downplay the social media part because
No,
I know
no,
that's
but
really
you know what
important.
I love, Kimberly, that you're bringing up, and I know this about you too, is you like that in person.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people out there that like that too. And I was that girl too. I needed that. So again, I had to find a doorway, right? Because this is just getting bigger. It's not going away. And so for my doorway, and some of my best friends I've never met.
You
We've met on
shared that.
social media.
Right.
Right? Or some of the biggest opportunities, like becoming an international speaker, is because of social media. This amazing woman was flying into San Francisco, knew that I lived here, and I said, I'll tour guide you for the day." We never met, but I just loved her post. I just thought she was so cool. I had to know her. We became the best of friends, and she started doing trainings and workshops in Canada
Oh, wow.
and invited me, and now I have all these Canadian friends. So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, it's opened up all these doors, but yet I am a lot like you, where I like that one-on-one. So like Kimberly and I see each other one-on-one. You and I go and see each other one-on-one, like, right? I like text you and you're like, yeah, let's get together.
Yeah.
So we do like that too. So having that balance, I so agree.
Right, and but I think, like, if you look at if we didn't have the technology during the pandemic, we would have just all
Yeah,
been not in a very good place, right?
yeah,
So, thank God for Zooms and thank God for social media and that opportunity to be able to still connect with people, and it does provide an opportunity to connect with people you may never have been able to talk to somebody from Canada, right? Or learn about their life or meet these wonderful
fun.
people. So it certainly is purposeful. I think, like we've also talked about, you need to balance it out because we're humans and we do need to connect. And that
Yeah,
in-person piece is so, so, so important, right?
it
So
is. It is. So I like both. I love that you're doing both.
yes, excellent. Thank you for that. And so my little quick tip share is okay, we are only as wealthy as that which we are grateful for.
Truth.
We're only as wealthy as that which we are grateful for. So,
Whew.
as we're trying to be wealthy women or wisdom with women with wealth and wisdom, if you're not grateful for where you sit today, getting more money or getting that house or getting that car or getting that relationship is not going to make you happier,
No.
more joyful, more wealthy, more abundant. It's being thankful for what you have today, right? Being thankful for what you have today and being grateful for it. And that only you're already at that vibration of achieving more or receiving more. I use a better word to say receiving more, right? So, what do you think about that?
I love that. I totally agree. There was years again, I was so blue, right? That just I didn't I wasn't smelling the roses. I know that to be a fact, right? And when again I had another influencer come into my life and she shared wisdom with me,
Mm.
right? And it helped me to wake up. And Kimberly, it was like colors were brighter. Right,
Aw.
because I could finally get grateful again, right? And that was a pivot point for me moving forward, never to forget, no matter how hard things get, be grateful for another day, be grateful that you're here, right? And so I agree 1,000%. I've never felt wealthier in my entire life than I do today. Never. And I'm telling you, my lifestyle in Hollywood, right? 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 I've
Right.
never felt healthier, wealthier, more appreciative, more in flow, have deeper emotional connections than I do now.
No, I mean, yeah, I remember when I was traveling around the world, corporate
Mhm.
this, corporate that, and you know, was making awesome money, but I was
Mhm.
miserable. I
Mhm.
just, I was alone. I didn't have time for relationships. I didn't have time for community. I didn't have time for friends, and and the important thing is you stop and thought about what do you want to create? Like this isn't working for me anymore and I'm in a really not good place. And you found some people that were influencers to help you get in a better place where you're now more centered, you're more peaceful, you come from a spirit of love, of great gratitude and also serving. And I think there's a lot to be said for giving to others and serving others, which you're definitely doing. And I'm very thankful for.
Thank you, and then thank
Yeah.
you for you, and thank you for having me on your show.
No, I'm so happy to be part of the Superstar Women Entrepreneur Network, and I'm so happy to have my Wealth in Women show. What I also like to do in support of my guests is I like to share with our audience what are something that they have to offer. So I want to make note that Joie has 2 books out. One is called The Red Carpet Guide to Visibility in an Influence. You can see the Amazon link there. And her second book is Being Your Own Superstar: How to Expand Your Love Capacity. Great reference points from her wonderful red carpet years. And it's I think most people don't think, at least I don't think necessarily when I think of Hollywood and I think of coming from the heart and love, but they're beautiful books to read and they will give you a huge inspiration about what Hollywood really offers from their heart. So thank you, Joie, for sharing all that. Any other lasting comments before we have to say goodbye for right now?
Yeah, I would just say that again, that wealth is, it's so encompassing,
Hmm.
right? It's so many layers around wealth, right? Sometimes society can get a little wonky around it, right? It's the dollar sign. And hey, listen, it is about
Right.
dollar signs too, right? Right? We want every woman entrepreneur out there to be empire level, no doubt, right? Um, and yet, but we don't want, as I know now, driving myself into the ground the way that I
Hmm.
was, right? That's not wealthy. There's nothing wealthy about that, right? Having a healthier lifestyle, right? Taking moments, daily practices, going to the gym, working out, or being in the sun, or enjoying your friends, that sister, right? And having a thriving business, right? That's the best formula ever. So I love you, I love you, I love
I
you, I love
love you
you, I love
too. I
you. I
love you, love you,
appreciate
love
you.
you. We will chat soon, and maybe there'll be an opportunity to have you back. I would
Thank you.
love it.
Really appreciate you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us today. If you want to create more wealth and abundance in all areas of your life, let's have a 30-minute complimentary conversation on manifesting your dreams into your reality. And you could schedule that right there in the link below. With that being said, I want to let everybody know thank you for watching today. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Superstar Women Entrepreneur Network at SWE. And remember that Wealth and Women with Kimberly views every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Central Time. So right now, bye for now. Thank you for joining me today. You can learn more about me, my products and services at performanceleadershipintl.com. Make sure to join me for another episode every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Central Time on my globally recognized show, Wealth and Women with Kimberly.